a genderqueer drag king, which, if you don't know, means that this mustache is not real, as if the 5'1" didn't give it away. And I'm from Corpus Christi, Texas. If you've ever heard of us, it's either because of a really bad statistic, a hurricane, Selena, or because there was another 40-person brawl after a PV football game. Yep, my hometown's that trashy. Now, it's not all bad. It's not all rattlesnakes and alligators. We do have a few of those, but there is also some good stuff. And I was thinking of how to tell you guys about Texas, and I tried to think of my father. Now, my father is just like Tommy Lee Jones, Lyle Lovett, Clint Eastwood, and John Wayne all rolled into one. Bonus points if you all know who all four are, and if you can catch the two Texans in that mix, you get an honorary Texas star after the show. Now, my dad has had a handlebar mustache his whole life. Not this fake one, but a real handlebar mustache since he was 15. My parents met when my mom was 16. She's never seen him without his mustache. I don't think she would recognize the man without his mustache after 42 years of marriage. She'd be like, here's this strange person in my bed, get out of my house, let me get out the shotgun, if he decided to shave one day. My dad is so Texan that he actually had a pet alligator. His dad couldn't handle that, so he released it into the wild and told them that it died. The opposite of what most parents do with your pet. They accidentally kill it when you're at summer camp, and they tell you, don't worry, we sent it to a farm out in Illinois. It's going to have a lot of space. No, he just released the alligator into a river and hoped that nobody would notice. Sure enough, a few years later, they're going by the river. He was starting to act a little bit nervous. And my grandfather was your typical Texan, so my dad's like, what's going on? I've never seen you nervous in your life. Well, there's an alligator in that river. No, there's not. Yes, there is, son. I put your alligator in that there river. Now, the best story of my dad is he is an evangelical Texan. And I don't mean about religion. I mean about being Texas. He loves everything about Texas. Our house is decorated with everything shaped like Texas. In fact, I just assume that every state, people just hung up the state of like New York or the state of Massachusetts in their home. So I was a little confused when I didn't see a New York cookie pan when I moved up here. You know, I thought everybody just made all their food shaped like their states. It was how you knew where you were. You know, in case you didn't have a map. You just saw, oh, I've driven to Mississippi. Because now that's what the food looks like. And so to spread the love of Texas, he decided it was time that we had some foreign exchange students. And it wasn't just enough that we hosted a student. No, we had to take all the exchange students in town to a rodeo. And it's, you know, herding high schoolers is a little bit like herding cats. And it doesn't matter how good you are with the lasso, the cat's just not going to come. So we are running late to this rodeo, and my dad starts speeding. And sure enough, we get pulled over by a Texas Ranger. Now, the Texas Rangers look just like something out of a movie. F this. And they have the big 10-gallon hats, the mirrored sunglasses, and the gun in full view. And, you know, this has happened to me a dime a dozen times, because like a typical Texan man, my dad can't respect the speed limit. But these foreign exchange students are terrified when my dad's getting out of the car. One of them sneaks out of the car with his little video camera and is trying to record all of this because this is just something out of a movie to them. And my dad explains, you know, sir, I'm taking these kids to a rodeo. I have some kids from France and some kids from Taiwan, and they've never seen a rodeo. What do you mean they've never seen a rodeo? Well, they don't have, cows and stuff in Taiwan. At which point, the Texas Ranger says, just go right on ahead. There's not going to be another cop-out for another 200 miles. You're going to speed the whole way. These kids need to go see a rodeo. We can't let people go around without having seen a rodeo. So, sure enough, we get to speed right on by. So, when it's time for me to go to college, he was like, you have to teach them about Texas. You have to show friendship, loyalty, toughness. And, this this went well enough. I had to play Loud Love It for all my roommates. They did not like country music. And they were very confused when they met my father. In fact, they thought he was speaking a different language because they couldn't understand the Texas drawl. And you think, this accent is thick? Wait till you meet him. But it wasn't really tested until one night after a drag show. I'm walking my friend home who's full on in drag. And someone keeps turning around and looking at us. And my friend is drunk as a skunk, as they would say in Texas, just falling down. I'm like, okay, well, I get into the rudimentary fight stance that I learned, praying that this person doesn't know that all the moves I know have been picked up from Miss Congeniality, the 4 moves song. So I'm just ready, hoping the boots are terrifying enough, when the guy said, and my friend, who decides to drunk talk in German. German is not this friend's first language, but it's drunk talking in German. And the guy responds back, and turns out he was just a fan. And when I called my dad, his only response was, good. Showed him the Texas way. Now, did you also play Loud Love It for them? Thank y'all.